5 signs of harmful mistakes seniors keep making. Protect yourself now. Have you ever felt unsure if a certain habit or choice might be doing you more harm than good, especially now that you're in your 60s or beyond? If that question sounds familiar, you're in the right place. As we age, it can become all too easy to dismiss nagging doubts with, "It's just part of getting older." But sometimes the decisions we make, consciously or not, can lead to bigger problems down the road. Today, we're going to reveal 5 harmful mistakes that many seniors keep making, often without realizing the impact on their health, finances, and overall well-being. These aren't the usual suspects like eat healthier or exercise more, though those are important too. Instead, we'll explore hidden pitfalls that older adults commonly face, from missing subtle health warnings to neglecting new safety measures in an ever-changing world. You'll hear real-life examples of people like Linda and George, stories that might hit close to home. We'll also walk through simple, practical tips you can start using right away, because the goal here isn't to alarm you, but to empower you. By the end of this script, you'll have a clearer understanding of which habits might be holding you back, or even putting you at risk, and how to avoid or fix them before they become serious issues. If you find yourself thinking, "That sounds like me," don't feel embarrassed. Instead, see this as an opportunity to make safer and healthier choices. And if something resonates strongly, feel free to drop a comment like, "2" if the second sign really hits home. You never know who else in our community might benefit from your perspective. Without further ado, let's dive into the first harmful mistake. You might be surprised at how something so common could pose such a risk. Sign 1. Ignoring subtle health warnings that seem normal. Have you ever noticed a slight change in your vision or felt short of breath walking up the stairs, only to shrug it off by saying, "That's just aging"? This is a pattern that many seniors fall into, dismissing small recurring issues as part of the natural process of getting older. While some discomfort is indeed normal with age, not every symptom should be overlooked. The first harmful mistake is ignoring subtle health warnings that could signal something more serious. Consider Linda, a 72-year-old grandmother of 5. Linda had always been the energetic type, shuttling her grandchildren around town, gardening, and cooking elaborate meals for the entire family. A few months back, she started experiencing brief, sharp chest pains. They'd come and go, never lasting long enough to truly alarm her. Probably just heartburn, she thought. Linda continued her daily routine, but one afternoon, while picking up groceries, she felt a more intense pain in her chest, accompanied by dizziness. This time, it didn't pass quickly. Paramedics were called. Linda was rushed to the hospital and discovered she had significant blockage in her coronary arteries. "I was lucky," Linda said later. "If I'd taken those little pains seriously earlier, I might have avoided a major scare." Linda's experience highlights a common pitfall among seniors. Signs of conditions like heart disease, diabetes, or thyroid issues can sometimes appear as mild, intermittent discomforts. Whether it's fatigue you can't quite shake, subtle vision changes, or an occasional twinge in your joints, it's better to be safe than sorry. Your body often communicates through small signals before the situation escalates into a crisis. So how do you protect yourself? First, don't self-diagnose everything as just aging. If you notice a recurring symptom like regular chest flutters, persistent headaches, or numbness in your fingers, bring it up with a healthcare professional. Second, track your symptoms in a small notebook or on your phone. Note the date, time, and what you were doing when the symptom occurred. That way, you'll have clear information to share with your doctor. Third, schedule routine checkups. Many seniors skip annual physicals because they feel fine, but preventive care can catch problems early. Finally, advocate for yourself. If you feel your concerns aren't taken seriously, seek a second opinion. You know your body better than anyone else, and persistent symptoms warrant attention. If you can relate to Linda's story, maybe you've brushed aside an odd ache or pain, comment 1 below. Sharing your experience might motivate others to pay closer attention to those little red flags. Now that we've covered health oversight, let's move to another mistake that can silently undermine your independence. Sign. 2. Underestimating the importance of home safety modification. Does your home have loose rugs that slip underfoot or stairs that lack a secure handrail? Many seniors don't realize that simple home modifications can drastically reduce the likelihood of falls and injuries. Instead, they keep living in an environment that was once perfectly fine but might not meet their evolving needs today. The second harmful mistake is believing your home is still safe enough without making small but essential updates. Take the case of Barbara, a 75-year-old widow who lived in the same cozy two-story house for over 40 years. She had plenty of happy memories there, raising her children in that home. As she got older, however, Barbara started experiencing knee pain and occasional dizziness. Her doctor advised installing grab bars in the bathroom and ensuring the stairway had proper lighting, but she shrugged off these suggestions. She felt she knew her home better than anyone. After all, she could navigate it in the dark. Then, one evening, Barbara slipped on a scatter rug in the hallway. She fell hard, fracturing her hip and winding up in the hospital for weeks. "It was such a preventable accident," Barbara lamented afterward. "I just never thought it would happen to me." Barbara's experience highlights the fact that what was safe and comfortable in your 40s or 50s might not be as safe in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. It's not about losing independence, it's about preserving it. A single fall can lead to serious injuries and prolonged recovery, something no one wants to go through. Here's how you can protect yourself. First, do a walkthrough of your home with a fresh set of eyes. Check for loose carpets, slippery bathroom floors, cluttered hallways, and poorly lit staircases. Second, install grab bars in bathrooms and consider upgrading to a walk-in shower if stepping over a high tub is challenging. Third, ensure good lighting in key areas like stairs, entrances, and corridors. Motion sensor night lights can help you navigate safely if you need to get up during the night. Finally, if you have multiple stories in your home, organize your living space so you minimize how often you have to climb stairs. If you've ever had a close call at home, maybe you tripped but caught yourself, comment. 2. Your story could motivate others to take home safety more seriously. Moving on to our next point, we'll explore how ignoring certain technological realities can lead to both financial and emotional harm. Sign 3. Rejecting technology and falling prey to scams. Have you ever dismissed modern technology as too complicated or thought, "I can get by without all that internet stuff"? While it's certainly possible to live a happy life without constant social media updates, seniors who reject technology altogether leave themselves vulnerable to scams and missed opportunities. The third harmful mistake is refusing to adapt to a tech-driven world, often leading to financial pitfalls or isolation. Meet George, a 68-year-old who prided himself on doing everything the old-fashioned way. He paid his bills by mail, never used online banking, and avoided email whenever possible. One day, George received a phone call claiming to be from his utility company, stating that he was late on a payment and threatening immediate service disconnection unless he provided credit card details. Panicked, George gave them his information. Later, he discovered it was a scam. Criminals had wiped out a significant portion of his savings. "If I'd been more informed about these phishing calls," George admitted, "I might have known it was a trick." Unfortunately, scammers often target seniors, assuming they are less tech-savvy. This can include fake tech support calls, phishing emails, or misleading websites designed to capture personal data. Additionally, refusing to use online resources can make life more expensive. Some of the best deals on travel, groceries, or insurance are found online. And let's not forget the emotional toll of feeling isolated from family members who primarily communicate through digital channels. So what can you do? First, take a basic course or tutorial on internet safety. Many community centers, libraries, or senior groups offer free or low-cost classes. Second, if you have a smartphone, explore its features with someone you trust. Learn how to block unwanted callers or filter suspicious emails. Third, always verify requests for personal information. If you receive a call, email, or text asking for sensitive data, hang up or delete it. Then contact the company directly through a verified phone number or official website. Finally, keep communication lines open with family. Ask them to help you stay updated on emerging scams and safer online practices. If you've ever been scammed or almost fell for one, share 20 below. We're all in this together, and your experience could be the nudge someone else needs to protect themselves. Now, let's talk about a less technical but equally risky mistake: the tendency to downplay financial planning for the future. Sign 4. Overlooking financial health and future planning. Do you assume that your savings or pension will simply hold out without revisiting your budget or investment plans? Another common mistake seniors make is failing to update their financial strategies to match their current stage of life. Whether you're dealing with medical bills, thinking about leaving an inheritance, or planning for long-term care, neglecting financial health can lead to anxiety, limited choices, and in some cases, total financial ruin. Take the story of Carl, a 70-year-old widower. After his wife passed away, Carl managed household bills and basic expenses with relative ease, until an unexpected home repair wiped out his emergency fund. Soon after, Carl had a minor stroke, and the medical bills started piling up. He realized he hadn't reviewed his health insurance coverage in years, nor had he set up a living will or power of attorney. By the time Carl reached out to a financial advisor, he was already in a precarious situation, dipping into retirement savings meant to last for decades. "I just never thought about it," Carl said. "I thought everything would be fine, but life can surprise you." Carl's experience underscores why consistent financial review matters. Even if you're stable today, unforeseen circumstances like medical emergencies, rising inflation, or changes in family dynamics can upend your budget. Moreover, important estate planning tasks can't be done overnight. Wills, trusts, or long-term care insurance often require professional guidance and time to set up. How can you protect yourself now? First, schedule a meeting with a financial advisor who specializes in retirement or senior needs. They can help you reassess your budget, investments, and insurance coverage. Second, get your legal documents in order: wills, healthcare proxies, power of attorney, so your wishes are clear if something unexpected happens. Third, consider long-term care insurance if it's feasible. While premiums can be costly, it could save you from financial devastation should you need extended care. Finally, talk openly with family members about your plans. This transparency can prevent confusion or disputes down the line. If you've ever had a financial scare or realized too late that you were missing coverage, let us know by commenting by 4. By sharing, you might encourage someone else to check their finances sooner rather than later. Next, we'll move on to our final harmful mistake, one that can affect both your physical and emotional wellness in a big way. Sign 5. Underestimating the power of social and emotional well-being. Have you ever felt a bit disconnected or lonely, then told yourself, "I'm fine on my own"? Our fifth harmful mistake is minimizing the importance of social connections and emotional health. While independence is commendable, isolation and unaddressed emotional struggles can lead to depression, anxiety, and even physical health decline. Consider Maria, a 69-year-old who had always been self-reliant. When her closest friend moved out of state, Maria gradually lost her social circle. She stopped attending her church group and avoided community events. "I just didn't feel like going," she said. Months passed and Maria felt persistently fatigued and unmotivated. Her doctor ran tests that came back normal. Finally, he gently pointed out that isolation and mild depression might be contributing to her low energy. Reluctantly, Maria joined a local senior fitness class, where she met people who shared her interests. Over time, her mood brightened and her energy levels improved. "I didn't realize how much I needed others," Maria admitted. Emotional health is just as critical as physical health. Chronic loneliness can raise stress hormones, weaken your immune system, and exacerbate existing conditions like hypertension. Additionally, lacking emotional support makes it harder to bounce back from life's setbacks, whether they're financial, health, or personal. So how can you stay connected? First, consider joining a social group whether it's a book club, gardening society, or volunteer organization. Second, maintain regular contact with family or friends, even if it's through phone calls or video chats. Third, don't hesitate to seek counseling if you're going through a loss or persistent sadness. Therapy isn't just for younger people. Many seniors find it invaluable for navigating life transition. Lastly, stay active physically. Exercise classes or walking groups offer a twofold benefit of fitness and fellowship. If you've ever felt the weight of loneliness or realized you needed more social support, comment 5. You're definitely not alone, and acknowledging it is the first step toward re-engaging with the world. Now that we've identified these 5 harmful mistakes, health oversight, home safety neglect, rejecting technology, ignoring financial planning, and underestimating emotional well-being, let's tie it all together and share some final, practical tips. Practical tips for staying safe, healthy, and happy. You've just learned about 5 harmful mistakes that seniors often make. Maybe a couple of them ring a bell, maybe all 5 apply in some way. The most important takeaway is that it's never too late to correct course. Here are some overarching tips to guide you. Be vigilant about health. Don't ignore consistent symptoms or changes in your body. Schedule regular checkups and track any concerning signs in a journal or smartphone note. Advocate for yourself. If your gut says something is off, push for a second opinion. Make your home safer. A home safety audit can be as simple as walking through each room and identifying hazards. Fix those loose rugs. Install grab bars. Improve lighting. If you share your home with family, ask for their help. If you live alone, consider hiring a professional to install and test safety features. Stay tech-aware. Embracing basic technology can protect you from scams, give you better financial tools, and keep you connected with loved ones. You don't need to become a tech guru, just learn enough to navigate online services safely and confidently. Review your finances regularly. Sit down at least once a year, preferably every 6 months, with a financial advisor or at least a trusted family member. Go over your budget, insurance policies, investments, and estate plans. Update documents as needed and keep them easily accessible. Prioritize emotional connections. Whether it's joining a choir, attending local meetups, or even playing cards with neighbors, find ways to interact socially on a regular basis. Emotional support isn't a luxury, it's a key aspect of good health. 3 key tips to take away. Start small, stay consistent. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Maybe you begin by installing a grab bar in your shower this week. Then schedule a doctor's visit next month. Small, consistent steps build lasting change. Involve others. Let family, friends, or professionals support you. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's a strategy for living well. From financial advisors to volunteer groups, resources are available to guide you. Keep learning. The world changes fast. Technology evolves, healthcare recommendations shift, and new opportunities arise all the time. Stay curious. Whether it's taking a community class or following credible sources online, continuous learning helps you adapt. Your well-being is in your hands. We've explored 5 mistakes seniors frequently make, sometimes without even realizing it. Perhaps you saw yourself in Linda's story of ignoring subtle health clues, or maybe Barbara's home safety misstep hit close to home. Possibly you resonated with George's unfortunate scam experience, Carl's financial oversight, or Maria's battle with loneliness. Whichever scenario struck you, remember that each mistake is also an opportunity for improvement. Your health, safety, and happiness don't have to decline as you grow older. Instead, they can be maintained and even enhanced if you're willing to recognize issues and address them proactively. That's the message we hope to share today. It's never too late to protect yourself from harmful habits or circumstances. You deserve peace of mind and the freedom to enjoy each day without unnecessary risks weighing you down. If any of these mistakes resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments. Maybe 1 for health concerns, 2 for home safety, 3 for tech and scams, 4 for finances, or 5 for emotional well-being. Your stories can create a supportive community where we learn from each other. And if you found these insights helpful, please like this video, subscribe for more content focused on senior well-being, and share it with anyone else you think could benefit. Knowledge is most powerful when it's shared. Thank you for joining us today. Remember, age is just a number. The real measure is how prepared and proactive you are in living life to the fullest. Take the steps we've discussed. Be mindful of these 5 pitfalls and move forward with greater confidence. You deserve it. Take care, and until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and keep thriving.